clear to the finish line. Good run coming. Hurry, hurry. I mean the horsey.
This bombshell beauty right here can ride like the wind. She got one more to go.
And new leader for the 17 for 3-3.
Hi everybody, welcome to Barrel Racer Life. My name is Maddi-Stoltman. This past week I spent in Utah for most of the week. I did not have my living quarters trailer with me this week, which was I haven't had to rough it for a while, so I've been a little bit spoiled, but my living quarters I took in to get the bearings packed before I made the trip, and of course it needed work to the brakes and they couldn't get it done before I had to leave, so thankfully I had a second option. I took my small trailer and slept in an air mattress in the nose on the way down there, which I have, again, not had to do for a while. So went down there, took Jada and hot sauce, and I'll show you guys all about it. The show is on the road. Wow. Okay, well, I had like way too many things to do as always, and then had to work a bit this morning, and that just it was like my phone kept ringing and it wouldn't, anyway, whatever. I wanted to leave at noon. It's 3:30. My original plan was to drive to Tremont, Utah tonight, which is 9 hours, leaving me 3 hours tomorrow. But leaving this late, I don't know that I really want to get in that late tonight, especially being by myself, and it'll be dark and all that. I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a closer trip today. I'm not entirely sure where, probably just play it by ear. There's a few places in Idaho that I know are safe to stay. The hard thing is sometimes deciding where to stay. Usually what I do is kind of factor out my drive when I leave, when I need to be where I'm going. I prefer not to drive too long in the dark. I don't see very well in the dark. I do have glasses, but there's only so much. Anyway, so I prefer not to get into places too late if I can avoid that, especially because I'm often by myself, and just for safety reasons, I feel better arriving in the daylight if possible. There is a website called horsemotels.com, and it goes through every state, and there is different towns listed and different areas you can stay. I am lucky enough that the route that I'm going, I know most of the rodeo grounds along the way, just from rodeoing and stuff like that. And Cody is actually a really good resource for me too. I tend to try and pick rodeo grounds that are easy to get to, safe, usually close to the freeway if possible, and that kind of thing. This time of year, the water is always going to be turned on, so I don't have to worry about that. But sometimes if you're in the off season and don't have water in your trailer, that's something to keep in mind also, so you may need to consider that certain places might have water turned off. A great facility, so that was really nice. The horses had nice outdoor pens to sleep in. I have an air mattress in the nose of this trailer, and thankfully my air mattress stayed inflated. That was my nightmare from my childhood. What is it about air mattresses to not staying inflated? Anyway, got in about midnight, got the horses put up, was in bed a little before 1. My alarm went off at 6. Cleaned the trailer out, grained the horses, loaded them up, and off we go. We made it. Whew. I'm tired, but we're here. I've got time onlys right now. I got 4 thinking I could do 2 for each horse, but I might end up doing 3 on hot sauce. I'm gonna take him first, see how it goes. Jada doesn't really need them, but I like to, if I'm gonna be somewhere that's a higher entry fee, and if I'm here early enough, I kind of feel like whatever, I'll just do them. So she's gonna do some today too. Her, I just trot through and I stop at my rate point at each barrel. And then hot sauce, it's more he needs to look around. He's very watchy still. So I find if I go do that, then things are less scary when we go make our run. Allie and I slept in last night. It really wasn't that bad. I got a little cold, but I tried to put her bed on the floor down here, and she was not okay with that, so she ended up trying to jump. Missed it because there was nothing to grab onto and fell back, so I ended up just lifting her up there, and we both slept on the air mattress. I did it. I got a hotel. Dally and I are staying at the Super 8, so we really did it up, you know. I am spoiled now that I have a living quarters. Not that I couldn't have toughed it out if this expense wouldn't have been able to work for me, but it was like, okay, I could go to a cheap motel that will have a shower and a comfy bed and a coffee maker. Those were my 3 things. And it was under $200 for the 2 nights, so worth it. Anyway, we're off to bed. Futurity Derby is first in the morning. Hot sauce, I entered in the Derby, and we're up pretty early. It starts at 8 a.m. Utah's an hour ahead of Washington, so it starts at 7 a.m. at my body time of what I'm kind of used to. So it's about 10. We're headed to bed. Excited to run tomorrow. And Dally loves hotels because she gets to sleep on the bed, right? You tired too, huh? Yeah, you're a good girl. Oh my gosh. You gonna yawn? No. Okay. It rained last night. I did not expect that. And I was completely clueless being in a hotel. I had the blinds closed and the fan on, slept like a rock, and then woke up this morning, opened the blinds, expecting it to be nice out, and it was not. So that was a nice surprise. My horses are in outside pens. I mean, they are used to being outside. They're outside at home. It's not like it's a big shock, and thankfully it's not very cold. But I'm headed over there. Basically got out of bed, got dressed, and I'm headed over to go check on them, make sure they're not completely soaked. I actually don't know if they had any stalls left anyway, but my thought with picking panel pens for them to be outside was that they'd be more comfortable. They're outside all the time. A little fresh air because it tends to get hot here. Apparently I was wrong, but anyway, I'm sure they're fine. All right, we're gonna see if little Stinker can behave for a red light treatment on his leg. That's what it looks like now. Light's not very good, but nothing there, hardly.
And it's the purest mineral. We've got Wendy here only today. Make sure you get your Redmond products. We love having them as one of our Xtreme partners. That product is built right here as well in this valley. Oh yes, she's here Friday and Saturday. All right. 16,559. 16,559. Wendy with Redmond will be here both Friday and Saturday. Carissa Miller.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. A little reckless there, sir. Hey, lady. Yeah. All right, Jada's turn. Hot sauce did really good. He was 16.5, so that's about actually a second, 1.6 seconds off the fast time of the weekend so far, or the week, I suppose. And I think about a second off. I think a 15.5 has been the fast time today. Anyway, it's not over till it's over, but he did good. I kind of expect him to be in that range where he's at right now, and about the 1.5 seconds off at a big race. So he had a beautiful run. He was terrible to warm up. It was really frustrating, really full of himself, calling to Jada, just being hot sauce. So I'm grateful that at least when it was his turn to run, he went and made a run. So just headed down the hill on Miss Jada. I'm gonna go make her run now.
Tamara Barnhart, congratulations, Cowgirl. MaddiKempf-Stoltman, follow her tracks, Ellensburg, Washington. Inherit the Judge Cash is the horse. He's putting a nice one together too, yeah. Maddi heads home in a 6:15.784. We've had 2 back-to-back 15.
Yeah, after a good run, she knows she gets treats. Yeah, you were spoiled rotten. We're just trying to keep up with Jada over here. Hey, I just filled that up. When we pull in, she knows we're gonna get out soon, so she stands up. You're so funny. So, pre-run routine, everybody gets a flare strip. Hot Sauce didn't always wear one, truthfully, because I had kind of them on Jada and Claude. But he's kind of running a little more competitively in now, and his mom was also a bleeder, so I want to be prepared that he may also be a bleeder. He hasn't really given me reason to think that he is yet, but I just will have that in kind of my back pocket, and these are really great as a bleeder preventative that's drug-free. So he's wearing a flare strip today. If you guys want more information about these, I'll actually set up my tripod one of these days and show you me putting one on so you know how. But if you have questions about them or want some special deals, just send me a message and I'm happy to help. This is why I never pony her. Oh.
Those big checks, lots of them to give away. We have 7 prizes in the average. We'll give away those average awards for the Extreme Futurity and Derby, as well as the Breeders' Challenge. Right after the last Derby runners, you'll make your way into the convention room. We'll start with the Futurity. Maddi's Cute Chestnut heads home with the 16-2-1-7. Number 22, Abby McAllis. Our Fearless Ellensburg, Washington. Haley Wolf on deck. Wiley Mitchell in the hole. Clean run for Maddi. Fast horse heading home, and the 15-5-3-4. He is so consistent and nice, Maddi. Really nice horse. All right.
Well, that's it. That's all. Just getting some water for the horses here. Made both my runs early this morning. I was really kind of close back to back. I was close to the end of the Derby and then second out in the Open. So I took both horses down the hill with me, got them both saddled and ready. And I kind of prefer to do that because I feel like I'm already in the mindset. So hop on. You got no time to think about it. Just hop on the next one. So both horses did great. Hot Sauce was faster today. Actually, they were both faster. Hot Sauce ran a 16-2. I'm really happy with him. He's making really nice runs. I know there's way more speed in there. So it's nice that he's clocking really not too far off. And I know that there's a lot more for him to give. And then Miss Jada had a beautiful run. She was a 15-5 today. I was aiming for a 15-4, so we were darn close to that. As for where that's placing us in this race right now, I'm not going to put my eggs in any baskets because there's still the rest of the day today and then all day tomorrow. And tomorrow is kind of the salty day, if you will. People buy back in. This is one of those races, like, you can enter as many times as you want. You could make 3 runs every day for the whole week on the same horse if you choose to. And they take entries right up to the last runner. So it's not over till it's over. Often asked from you guys, post-run and pre-run routines. I'm not really a routine girl. I'm kind of a hot mess, but if I can, I like to cold hose my horse's legs off once I get their boots off. If I can't, I will use this. This stuff is awesome and it's cheap. So I like to put that on, get the heat out of their legs, and let's see. Yeah, $13 for this big tub. So it is awesome stuff. Put my horses in their pens for the night. This place is beautiful. And anyone recognize these panels? You must feel right at home, Hot Sauce. They're the same ones that we sell. How funny is that? We're really living it up. I've got my computer out, Disney Plus set up, and a little tip for you. If you're camping or anything like that, you could get these bag salads. I throw everything in the bag and then just shake it. Yeah, just lovely evening. anyone else use their expensive anti-aging cream and wash their face in a bucket. Just me. Is this your favorite part about coming home, Jada? Okay, I'll let your friend out and then you can run around together. And there it is. Cody keeps giving me a hard time. He says, if I keep this up, it's not gonna be barrel racer life anymore. It's gonna be botanist life. And I mean, I got a little carried away with my mom when she was here. We planted some extras, but they're so pretty. So the whole reason I drove all the way to Utah for the Xtreme Barrel Race is because of all the money that there is to win. I was trying to manifest $30,000, which of course would really help me out a lot. I did not win that. My horses made really good runs. Hot Sauce is still pretty green, still kind of looks around and stuff, but he did great. He had really good runs. I'm really happy with him. And then Jada always just works her butt off. The first run we had, I felt like there were some things we could work on, so worked on those, went and made a run, and her second run was just beautiful. We actually did make some 2D day money with her second run, so that was super cool. This race is kind of confusing, so I'll try to give you kind of the quick rundown, but basically you can run as many times as you want through this week-long period that it goes on for, and all of that goes into the big pot. So each run is $1,500, and there's the opportunity to obviously win a lot of money with entry fees like that. There was over 700 entries in this race, so to win the 1D, for example, was almost $30,000 for one run. So wild. But anyway, so they have the big pot that everything kind of goes into. They also had a derby, so I ran Hot Sauce in the derby. They had a bunch of different side pots, so they had side pots based on age, that kind of thing. And then they also had day money side pots. So I entered everything. I thought, I'm going down there, I'm going to try it out. And did make some side pot money. And again, the horses did great. It just wasn't our turn to win the $30,000 I was aiming for, which was really a heartbreaker, but that's how it goes sometimes. We were darn close. Jada was just out of the 2D, like less than a tenth from making some big money. And Hot Sauce did really well and just didn't land in the right spots. So it is what it is. There's a few things different about this video. I don't know if you guys even noticed. Something to do with my editing, so that's a little different. And then I also tried to include more behind the scenes kind of stuff and include my thoughts and things like that. So sometimes I think maybe it's boring for me to just talk, but I was by myself and I had the time, so that's what you get. Let me know what you guys think, comment, and let me know if you enjoyed this video, if there's anything you want to see different, or if you saw the editing difference that I did. Hard to say. But anyway, this coming week, it's 4th of July week around here. Usually I'd be super excited to be headed out for a bunch of rodeos, but with the cost of everything lately and the fact that my main horse has kind of been on a break, it's not really an ideal year for me. So I'm actually only entered in one rodeo, and that's the one that Claude is going to be making his comeback at. He's been off on a break, just kind of body sore, but he feels like $1 million. I'm really excited to get to run him, so I'm going to run him on Friday. And Toppenish, Washington at the Pro Rodeo, I'll be running in the slack. So I'm really, really excited to get to run my boy again. Other than that, I'm looking forward to just having a weekend off. No ropings, no barrel racing, just staying home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Barrel Racer Life, and I will see you next week.